Regarding this rain you told me about,
I want to talk about it. I'm not supposed to, but I don't know. I trust you, Tahar, and I've kept silent about this for far too long. Zarek's fangs, this is so silly. I feel like a damn child.
I'm not forcing you.
Right. Where do I start? Before becoming a shaman, every disciple has to go through a trial. The Iron Trial, as it's called. I told you that I did most of my training in solitude, didn't I? That wasn't true. 5 years after I entered disciplehood, another orc was accepted by my elder. A female named Rain. She was 2 years younger than me.
I thought only male orcs can be gifted.
No. It's just that for female orcs, it's even rarer to have magic. Which is why there are close to no female shamans.
Huh. How did you get along?
Well, at first, I was a complete dick to her. I was jealous and feared for my position. However, she never took offense by it. She fired back at me when I got childish, but at the same time never lowered herself to my level. As the years went by, we became friends. And no, there was no courting or mating involved, if that's what you're thinking. She was more like a sister to me, and one who, unlike my true kin, understood me. Those years in the Orcish steppes, they were special. We spent days, weeks out in the wild, doing whatever our elder tasked us with. And though it was hard, there was beauty in that. We just had this connection between us, this trust.
Sounds like friendship to me.
Yeah, friendship. I never had a connection like that again, and I rarely talk about it. One time I did, the orc I told it to laughed right in my face. He thought it was ludicrous, a male spending time with a female who wasn't his mate. He stopped laughing when I broke his nose.
But something happened, am I right?
Yeah, the trial did. The sacred test every disciple has to take before he or she can become a shaman. Our elder sent us both at the same time, which was unusual. But of course I was relieved. There was plenty of talk about the Iron Trial, and I was scared.
What did you know about the trial?
Rumors. Shamans are forbidden to talk about it. But it was known that only half of those who take it return at all.
How did Rain feel about it?
Same as I. Believe me, Tahar, only a fool would have entered into the trial with a smug smile on his face. We knew what was ahead of us.
So what happened?
Zarek's fangs. I can't believe I'm telling you this. I'm breaking my oath.
Don't do anything you'd regret later.
I won't. We weren't told much about the trial. Only that we'd have to venture to a cave, far up in Barga Gore. They also didn't tell us how to get there. Only that Zarek would guide us. And he did. After a week of traveling, we found it. It was a strange place, Tahar. I saw that right from the beginning. The entrance looked like a mouth, the rocks surrounding it like the bones of an old, forgotten beast, and the stalagmites like hundreds of teeth. But of course, we went in. We had to.
What did you find?
A giant hall. It was as mesmerizing as it was unsettling. There were murals and carvings all over the cave walls. Old glyphs that I'd never seen before.
Shaper glyphs, maybe?
No, not Shaper. They looked as if the Guardians themselves had carved them into the rock.
Interesting. What else was there?
Nothing. That's what baffled me. Apart from those murals, the hall was completely empty. And for some reason, the ground in that hall was completely smooth, like polished stone. There were braziers, one in each corner of the hall, and they were burning brightly. Rain was as confused as I was. But nonetheless, we entered the hall. And that's when the trouble began. Because all of a sudden, the exit was gone. No magical noise, nothing. Just in that moment when we looked the wrong direction, it disappeared. And instead of it, we were looking at another wall.
Strange. What did you do?
Well, after we calmed down a little, we assessed our situation. We figured that this was the Iron Trial, and that it was our task to find another exit. So we started looking. But it was pointless. There was nothing. We couldn't even hear the wind anymore. For the next 14 days, we were trapped. We couldn't make that wall disappear, and no matter how long we studied the glyphs, how long we prayed, nothing happened. On the 5th day, our provisions had come to an end. Save for half a skin of water and a handful of jerky. On the 8th day, it was all gone.
Blazes. How did you survive?
I'm getting there. As you can imagine, the thirst was the worst. It drove us mad, and we searched every corner of that goddamn hall for just a drop of water. Not that we hadn't looked before, but as you know, hope dies last. Have you ever had thirst, Tahar? Real thirst?
No.
And hope it stays that way. I'd rather bleed out on a pole than experience that again. On the 11th day, Rain and I were puking our guts out. Our skin had literally started to crack, and I felt as if I was burning from within. On the 12th day, we were only an inch from death. That's when the dream came.
A dream?
Yes, a shared dream, almost like a vision. We were still in that hall, Rain and I, but we were out of our bodies, floating like spirits. At first I thought we had died, then I saw what was different. The floor was full of blood, and that blood was burning. The murals and glyphs had started moving, twisting, like shadows dancing on a wall. That's when I first understood what they were depicting. For some reason in the real world, I'd never been able to.
What did they depict?
It showed what was expected from us, what we had to do to get out. Sorry this isn't easy. I've dreamed about those weeks ever since. But telling someone, it feels bizarre. Zarek demanded a fight. Either one of us died by the hands of the other, or we would die there together. The Iron Trial. We were never both meant to pass.
So you fought each other?
No. Trial or not, I would have rather died than done that. And that's precisely what I told Rain. A god that demands a man to kill his own sister is not a god that deserves worship by anyone. But Rain wouldn't have it. She claimed that if both of us died, both of our lives would be wasted for nothing. I got angry and asked her if she meant that she wanted to fight me. She said no.
I don't understand.
She wanted me to kill her. She told me that she was already too weak to make it down the mountain anyway, but that I could still make it. Believe me, Tahar, if there had been any strength left in me, I would have punched her just for suggesting it.
And yet, you're here.
I am. I should have known before she even did it. She always had to have it her way, no matter the price. It happened when I was asleep. She took my dagger from its sheath, put it into my hand, and drove it through her throat without hesitation. When I opened my eyes, her blood was already all over my face. And as if Zarek had been watching all along, the wall disappeared. No noise. Just like that. The wind was back, and it was raining outside. The first time in months. I like to think that she saw it before she died.
Did you make the descent?
I did. There were berries in a mountain goat that had been hit by a rock slide, right next to the exit. It was so absurd I almost had to laugh. When I got back to the Elder's shack, I screamed at him, then broke down and started to cry. He just listened. In the end, he told me that we had both known what had been at stake. Yet we agreed. Choice and consequence. He made me a shaman the next day.
I see.
There's one more thing. Remember when you asked me why I feel the way I do about our culture? Why I think we orcs should strive for more? It's Rain who made me realize that. Most orcs would have fought each other in that cave, to the death. But she didn't. Instead of submitting to her primal instincts, she made a sacrifice. One that I could have made too, if I hadn't been such a coward. Blazes, it feels strange to have told you all this. But, I don't regret it.
Well, thanks for trusting me with this, Gore.
Let me have some time for myself right now, all right? I need to think.
Dahar, good, you're here. I did as we discussed. The outpost is all set up, and our men are ready to go into battle.
Understood. What about the Purity? How much resistance do we face?
A lot. I don't know how Lacane did it, but they've turned this old ruin into their stronghold. I'd bet my right hand that this Archfire magic has something to do with it. Anyway, there are two ways we can do this. Either we strike now, or fortify our position first. All that matters is that we capture the castle to lure out the Utran army from behind the wall. You decide.
Well, let's move to the camp. I want to get an overview of the situation first.
Well then.
We're being attacked!
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. This.
You asked for this.
What do you
I'll keep you shielded.
For the Fire Wielders!
attacked!
You read my mind.
We're being attacked!
More fighting. Does this never end?
You'll regret this.
We're being attacked!
For the guild! They chose their fate. As you say.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
All right then.
This way, right?
That should work. Only take a second.
They will
Our
fall.
workers are under attack. We're being attacked!
Let's burn them.
We're being attacked! Building completed. We're being attacked!
Focus, Syria. Focus.
We're being attacked!
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Only take a second.
Building completed. attacked!
Fair enough. Let's do this. Get ready.
Fine. Danger up ahead.
For the fire wielders!
All right. Danger up ahead.
Good work, Tahar. I wasn't certain until now, but you know how to lead.
What now?
We need to make a stand here. Like this, the castle won't hold a minute against a full-fledged assault by the Utran forces. And I'm sure those soldiers who fled have already notified Myra. Or whoever is controlling her.
Good. I'll tell our men to set up some defenses here.
Let's hope it'll be a while before they strike back. The more time we have to prepare, the better.
Corporal Tahar,
Yes?
the enemy armies. They are crossing the Utran border, just as you predicted.
How long until they'll be here?
I don't know. It looks as if they're still in preparation, but probably not much longer.
Damn it. What about my sister? Is she there?
Not in the front lines, no.
Understood. Dismissed, Private.
Sir.
Blasted. That's sooner than I expected.
What now?
We need to be quick. Position our troops, fortify any choke points, secure as much territory as we need for an effective defense. Because as soon as the Purity strikes, there'll be no more time for that. You and your strike team have to move quickly. In other words, this is our last chance to make fortifications, and the longer we can hold them back, the more time you'll have to locate the rune carriers.
Understood. Then we best get started.
Let me see.
it begins.
Time to reveal the full plan, I guess. How are we supposed to get behind their lines?
You're gonna meet with an inside man. Hervius.
A spy?
Yes. He's been sounding out the purity since your escape from Greykeep. One of Sentenza's former men. Before we set out here, I've ordered him to infiltrate the Utran army. He will wait for you near the border wall in the east.
How sure are you of his loyalty? After what happened between Sentenza and me, he might be...
No. I know Hervius personally, and he's one of the most capable and loyal spies the Royal Army has to offer.
Fair enough. Anything else?
Yes. Be quick. Avoid unnecessary combat. Now go to her. And good luck.
Likewise.
Our allies are under attack. Our allies are under attack.
What's next?
Uh-huh.
Our allies are under attack.
All right, then, let's get to it. Well, then.
Our allies are under attack. Our allies are under attack.
It'll only take a second.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Our allies are under attack.
Zarek guides me.
Our allies are under attack. Our allies are under attack.
Looks like a tunnel, doesn't it? Locked. No way to get through. Whatever's necessary.
Our allies are under attack.
Good job. That should slow their attacks down a bit.
Our allies are under attack. Our allies are under attack.
More fighting. Does this never end?
This masterpiece.
Yes? So, what's the plan?
That should work.
All right, here goes nothing.
Looks like a tunnel, doesn't it? Locked. No way to get through.
Danger
Our
up ahead!
allies are under attack. Our allies are under attack.
Let's get to work.
You'll regret this.
Our allies are under attack.
Here we go.
You read my mind.
Good job. That should slow their attacks down a bit.
This masterpiece. Well then. It'll only take a second.
You got it.
Hervius, isn't it?
Aye, and you are Taha. I don't think you remember me, do you?
Should I?
Never mind. So Angar told me about your mission. Mind control. Shaper runes. It all sounds quite adventurous, if you don't mind me saying. So here's the situation. If those rune carriers exist, they will probably be in the northwest, in the old Iskandar loyalist camp.
I see. And how do we get past that wall? Why did the Purity build it to begin with?
Purity? No, you misunderstand. It was House Utran who gave the order, because those refugees wouldn't stop coming. But to answer your question, there are two ways I know of. The first one leads, brace yourselves, through the gate. It will be very hard to find an opening, though, with all the troops swarming through.
And the second one?
That one's a tad trickier. Apparently, there are tunnels smugglers once used to get wares over the Utran border. Word has it that some of the refugees used it to get across, too.
Huh. Both ways sound pretty risky to me. The first one because it might get us killed. The second one because it will cost us time. And we don't even know if it exists.
Well observed, Tahar. But I'm afraid it's all I can offer. Once you make it past the wall, it should be easier. Just make sure to avoid the patrolling troops.
All right. Thank you, Hervius.
Nothing to thank me for. Just, if this mind control thing is real, you have to put an end to it. Nobody should have that power.
I couldn't agree more.
Didn't we come across a tunnel before we took the castle? It might be that one.
True. But then we still need a key to open it. We should probably go take a look at the refugee camp.
No one here.
Maybe he fled from the battle. We should search the area.
So much to do, so little time. Well then.
Sounds like a plan.
Man. Let's get to work. Alright then, let's get to it. This will be a masterpiece. This will be a masterpiece. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
What the? You again? How? I mean, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Why did you leave the camp?
You ask me? After you and your friend turned these lands into a bloody battleground again? Forgive me, but I don't want to end up as collateral damage for a Purity Lightbringer or Nortander Cavalry.
Huh. Makes sense, I guess. Either way, we need your help. That smuggling tunnel near the Utran wall. Do you know how to open it?
And if I do?
Then it would be greatly appreciated if you told us.
I get that, but I mean, what do I get in return?
Alright then, let's get to it.
How much?
No, you misunderstood. I don't want your gold. What I want is my things back, simple as that. I was in the bushes taking a leak when the Utrons showed up in the camp, and I had to make a run for it.
And now you want us to get them back for you?
That would be great, yes. I can't go out there by myself, not without a weapon. And even then...
It's all right. We'll do it.
No, we're not. Listen, pal. I know you've had a hard time, but so did we. Give us that key and give it now.
But...
Now.
So much for not my enemy, huh? Fine. Seems like I don't have much of a choice. Yes, I know about the tunnel. About the one to the northeast, that is. Lots of the other refugees tried their luck there. But from what I've been told, those Utran bastards plucked them right out from the hole on the other side. Not worth it if you ask me. And as far as I know, one of the refugees hid the key near the camp, under a rock, for any other soul who wants to follow.
Near the camp under a rock isn't very specific.
Right below the Godstone. You can't miss it.
All right, that'll help. Thank you.
Well, it's not like I had much of a choice, did I? Now, if you don't mind, I got things to attend to.
Go ahead.
Huh. Interesting.
Our allies are under attack.
Why did you do this?
Because I'm not playing errand boy while our time is running out.
Let's see.
I'll take a look.
All right, here we go. That's the way?
They will fall. This way, right?
All right, here goes nothing.
Aeneir's light. Intruders.
Myra, run!
Myra, run.
That's her. That's Lady Myra.
And 2 Lightbringers. What about your rune, Tahar? Didn't Iskrim say it would react if another rune carrier is nearby?
Yeah. And I think it does. Yes?
Blasted armor.
Yes? quite the fight.
See if they have the rune.
Interesting.
It connected with you, just like the Harbinger's rune did. I think you can control Lady Myra now.
Then let's go find her.
You got it.
Lady Myra?
Lady Myra.
Sarek's fangs.
What now?
What now?
You should order her to stop the assault on the fortress.
All right. Command your men to lay down their weapons and stop the assault on the fortress. The Ushran house is now no longer allied with the Purity, but with Northander.
I command my men to lay down their weapons and stop the assault on the fortress. The Utran house is no longer allied with the Purity, but with Northander.
She sounds different than when the Purity priests commanded her.
Probably her mind needs time to adjust. Still, this is so damn wrong. We need to destroy that rune as fast as possible.
All right, good work. Let's tell our people we're ready to head back to Mullendeer.